I don't know what the big deal about filming on an iPhone is. It's not like anybody can notice. Hello one, hello all, welcome to this episode of Will I Like It. Today we're covering Unsane.
A young woman is involuntarily committed to a mental institution where she is confronted by her greatest fear. But is it real or a product of her delusion? Unsane stars Claire Foy and is directed by Steven Soderbergh.
So to the channel question, who would like it? This movie is kind of, it's not, I want to compare it strictly to something like Requiem for a Dream for mental health. But I would say that there are parallels to the two stories and the difficulties in drug abuse and the difficulties in mental health. Soderbergh directed things like Contagion and Side Effects, which I feel like you take those two movies and blend them together somehow. That is a lot of what's going on here. The anxiety and panic of something in Contagion with some of the elements of the story in Side Effects, and you just take those and put them in a blender and you have this paranoid mental health horror thriller. I would say it's a horror. It's a stalker movie with a twist is the best way I can put it without spoiling anything. The fact that they use the whole shot on an iPhone thing, considering what they're trying to do with the emotions and what's going on with the character, it doesn't feel so gimmicky, although a lot of the shots are really, really wide angle, borderline fish angle shots, fish eye shots. You can have that one for free. But it plays into some of the stuff that they're trying to evoke with what the character's going through. Paranoia, it's unsettling. A lot of the shots are unsettling, but our lead is quite anxious and unsettled for most of this movie, so it fits. It doesn't seem so gimmicky, but could this have been shot on a regular camera? Sure. It's cute. It's neat. I get it. With a movie like this, I can't think of very many movies that I know of that are shot on iPhones exclusively. Tangerine comes to mind, but that didn't seem like it was leaning on the gag of shooting on an iPhone so much. It was just. It didn't look gimmicky. It just looked like a movie. It seems like they're trying to make it seem Anxiety the movie, presented in iPhone camera. Claire Foy does a really decent job. She reminded me quite a bit of a young Frances McDormand early in the film, and then slowly but surely she kind of came into her own. I heard somebody compare her to Helena Bonham Carter, which, I mean, in looks, maybe. I don't think they have very similar acting styles, but she looks like her, I'll give you that. Jay Farrow does a really, really, really good job here as another patient in the hospital. Juno Temple does a really good job as another patient. And other than that, I can't spoil much else, but it's quite an interesting ride. Just think of Contagion, Side Effects, Requiem for a Dream, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and put them all in a blender. If that sounds like something that's appealing to you, then by all means, definitely check it out. If you don't want to hear my opinions, please stop it now. Otherwise, here's Did I Like It? Did I like it? Like is an interesting word to use with a movie like this. Somebody asked me this when last night, and I said, well, would you say you liked Requiem for a Dream? Because it's a good movie. I don't know if like is the right word. I appreciate the work done, and it's a well-made movie. It's not 5 stars. I think as we stand, I've seen 14 movies in 2018, and I have it 4th behind Annihilation, Game Night, and Thoroughbreds. But serviceable, a good movie. Does it need to be seen on the big screen? That's the real question. I mean, it's shot on an iPhone. A lot of the colors are just the brightness and the contrast. It's all muddy and it's all on purpose. So is it something that, I mean, you need to rush out to see? No, yeah, things like this, Annihilation, they're just hidden gems of the winter And if only to support films like this, definitely go check it out in the theater. But there's nothing that sticks out about it that I would say, oh man, the sound design is incredible. The picture, whew, you need to see that on a big screen. It's not, but if you want to be freaked out, it's a different type of horror movie than The Strangers Pray at Night is. So there's that. I thought Requiem for a Dream was a good movie. This feels to me like the mental health version of Requiem for a Dream, even though you can say Requiem is kind of a mental health movie itself. If you know somebody that has gone through or know of somebody who's gone through some mental health stuff, some of this stuff it'll hit hard. And it'll hit like a genuine thriller if you put yourself in the right mind space. See what happens when you rush these things on Fridays? Anyway, if you saw it or if you plan to see it, comment down below, let me know what you thought, why or why not you're going to see it, and what are you looking forward to in the thriller genre this year. Otherwise, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Here, there's 2 of them. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. You could check out my Patreon down below, or you could just have a day.